Question 1. Can it be your daily driver? Question 2. Expected purchasing cost to you. Now you also need to consider the several recurring costs that will come up annually, such as your service and insurance. A while ago, we brought to you our comprehensive review of the latest generation BMW X1 M Sport diesel, and the conclusion was that it is one of the most attractive entry-level luxury SUVs in its segment. While that is certainly also reflected in its own sales numbers, the X1's popularity is also a key marker of how many Indians are now going in for their first luxury car. So I have told you how the X1 is to drive, how it feels and the tech behind it. But in this video, I will be talking about the key important factors that you should consider if you are planning to buy one. Question 1. Can it be your daily driver? Well, the answer to that is quite simple, because it can very well be your daily driver and can even be the only car in the entire household. Now that is because its dimensions are friendly for daily city commutes and the ample ground clearance makes it good for bad patches as well. Space is good on the front and rear passengers are also fairly comfortable. However, 3 adults might find it a bit cramped over long distance journeys. Question 2. Expected purchasing cost to you. Well, with an ex-showroom value of Rs 52.5 lakh, the X1 M Sport will on average cost Rs 55.6 lakh on road in Tier 1 cities such as Delhi. Now let's assume you put a down payment of 20% and finance the rest. Then you would be shelling out approximately Rs 11 lakh from your own pocket. That leaves you with a principal loan amount of around Rs 44.6 lakh, which will be financed by your bank. Assuming an average interest rate of 10% for a loan tenure of 5 years or 60 months, your monthly EMI will be in the Rs 94,000 ballpark, and you would have paid close to Rs 1.4 lakh in interest over that time. Now, while that is a very dear deal for most of us, there are also other important things to consider. Because up till now, I was talking about the purchasing cost for your first BMW X1. Now you also need to consider the several recurring costs that will come up annually, such as your service and insurance. Now the M Sport diesel has an average insurance cost of between Rs 46,000 to Rs 50,000, which you will have to bear every year. And service cost will range between Rs 14,000 to Rs 25,000 on average and cost you an estimated Rs 1.07 lakh over a 5-year ownership. And this can be cross-checked at the BMW official website as well. Other expendable items such as tires, your brake pads and even the battery also need to be considered when planning for an ownership period of at least 5 years, because those are costs that are high for a luxury SUV such as the X1, and not to mention the overall residual value that you will receive at the end of your ownership term. So before you rush to the showroom and get your hands on your first luxury car, these are some important factors that you need to consider before diving into it. To get a more clearer picture of what not only buying but owning one of these vehicles will look like on your day-to-day life. In terms of buyer's remorse, well, for the BMW X1, I can guarantee that will not be a problem for anyone who goes and purchases one. However, one should always closely examine all deals and discounts available before making their purchase. If you liked this video, let us know in the comments below, and do not forget to subscribe to the Briefly channel and also press on that bell icon to get instant notifications on all our uploads, including automotive content.